Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for another journaling on a budget video. Today we are going to make not so tiny tickets. And so we are going to make tickets that are this size. And that's a nice big size that you can use for a journaling card, a tuck spot, anything like that. So let's just do this. It's super simple. One piece of 8.5 by 11 paper. And what you're going to do is we are going to cut it into three as much equal slices as we can, being that it's 8.5 inches. So we are going to make it just barely over 2 3/4 inches. Now you can make it 2 3/4 inches if you want to, and the last one will just be a touch bigger. And you're not going to necessarily get it exact anyways. So it really doesn't matter. You can make it 2 3/4. I just kind of want all three of them to be as equal as I can get them. So I'm going to just barely go past 2 3/4. And my last one is still bigger anyways. So now we have these nice long pieces. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to cut them in half the 11-inch way. So we're going to make them 5.5 inches. And we can get 6 tickets out of one 8.5 by 11 piece of, and I'm using cardstock here. Just plain from Michael's. They're, 3 for $10 when they have them on sale pieces. Okay, so there's 4 tickets. I'm going to move this out of the way. And now I'm just going to show you how you make them look like tickets. Now, I like the type of tickets that look like this. They also have tickets that kind of have the half round in the middle. And if you want to make those, you can just go ahead, and I pretty much eyeball everything, but you can measure, especially if you're doing this one, you might want to measure just to make sure that they're equal on both sides. But then this is just a 1-inch punch, and you can just go right there in the middle and cut out about a half a circle. I don't do quite a half a circle. And now you have the ticket that looks like that. So you can make those tickets or you can make these tickets. I just like these ones where it's rounded on all 4 corners better. So, and to do that, you can do it 2 ways. If you're really particular and you like to measure everything, you can take your ruler and you can come in and you can measure. And I would do it with a pencil in case your mark's a little bit big and you don't cut it all off. But measure like a 1/2 inch, going each way on the corner, and a 1/2 inch. And I'm just holding my ruler here because it's easier to hold it here, but I'm still just marking a 1/2 inch. And then you've got your 2 little tick marks on there. And you're just going to take your punch. And can you see those tick marks there? So then we're just going to move our punch right up until we get to those tick marks. And then just cut that off. And then go on to the other side, and there's our little marks. And then we're just going to come down to those marks and then cut that off. And then do that on all 4 corners. And then you'll have a ticket that looks just like this. This one is a 1/2 inch. And then I have one that's a 1/4 inch. I think the 1/2 inch kind of almost looks a little too big. 1/4 inch almost looks too small. I do them by eye. And if they're off a little bit, whichever one looks like it's a bit off, I just go cut it off. They're so large that really you don't notice if they're exact. So the way that I do it is I just take them and I just kind of line it up in there and just punch. And if you find that, you really like that size, what you can do is you can put it in there. Depending on what your punch looks like, but somehow you should be able to mark your punch, but you can just put it in there and then just put a little dot where each edge of that circle is, and then when you go to line up the next one, you'll be able to go to that spot, but you're still going to want to make sure that you have equal amounts on each side of the corner, like approximately a 1/2 inch or a 1/4 of an inch. You don't want to, like you could, well, maybe you can't even line it up wrong. I was thinking you could make one side longer than the other. You can if you kind of get it a little twisted. But then just make sure it looks about even from the point to here and from the point to here, and give it a snip. And then you'll know that your little corners are pretty close to each other. And again, just make sure that both sides look like they're about the same length. And the last one on this one, right there. So there we go. Now we've got our great big tickets. And I think that they look really cute. I just kind of colored this one up a little bit so it'd be easier to see. But I really like them. And then if you say, well, but I like it when my tickets are hooked together. We can't make a lot of tickets hooked together because they're so big. But we can do 2 tickets hooked together. And all you do, instead of cutting your 11 inch length in half, to make this size to punch, what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it in half. So just fold it in half, line your corners up nicely, and give it a good burnish with a bone folder or something if you have one. And then all you're going to do is just take your punch and cut all 4 corners just like you did the last time. We'll just line it up with our little marks in there. And now we have our ticket shape. And now we have 2 tickets hooked together. Now if you wanted to make more, you could make more and then just attach them with some washi tape or something. But I just think they're really cute. It was just a quick, easy one today. But I really like making these, and they'll be nice tuck spots for our journal. We're getting close to really putting the journal together and finishing it off. So we're going to need some, we've got a lot of tuck spots and everything. So now we need some journaling cards and some interesting things to put in there when we finish it up. So I thought that these would be really cute. But like I said, you can measure them. You can do them by eye. You know, you can make them any size that you want to. And they're just fun to make. I really do appreciate you watching. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I really hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.